Hello everyone, this is Johannes and you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and today we are taking a quick look at For Science, which is a co-op dexterity game that was just on Kickstarter and is now available for late pledging. So I'm gonna put that link down in the description if you are interested in clicking that after watching this video. And first of all, if the first time you're here, please subscribe to the channel. You know it already, I'm gonna say it. Please subscribe, please like, please comment on the videos, because that's how we keep it going. So today we're taking a look at this game. First of all, of course, all of these are prototype components. So you know that, so that everything here will probably look different and look better, but it's already looking pretty cool. So this game is made by designer R. Eric Roos, which is the guy who made Spirit Island, which is a heavy co-op game, and now is making this, which is not a heavy co-op game, but it might be very interesting nonetheless. We're coming to that part later in the video. We're not gonna go through all of the rules in the game, but the theme is really funny here. You are basically scientists in the future, and everyone can make viruses with 3D printers and all of these magical 3D printers, not magical, but you know what I mean, science printers. They can make viruses. And then we have, as scientists, we have to build the cure, and we have to actually build them, like physically stable these parts of a cure on top of each other in the correct way to solve the cure and save the world. So that's what you're going to do in this game. This is a 15-minute game, which uses a timer, so it is actually a 15-minute game or less if you are good and you win early on. There's a lot of things to do to complicate the game. I'm just going to explain like basically the gist of what you're doing in the basic game. You're going to have this board here, which is the lab. You have 3 different labs here. You have Lab Alpha, Lab Beta, and Lab Gamma. They have just a couple of different rules, not going to go into them. And what you're going to do is that you're going to try to place these kind of design cards on these labs to make them solve the kind of puzzle that you have to solve to follow the rules, basically, because every cure needs a disease. So there are disease cards here, and they have different rules, and you have to follow them on these cards. Some of these have different minimum cards they have to have on them, and then when you have basically done what you have to do to complete the disease, and you have the minimum amount of cards, you can stop everyone. You can make somebody go and check that you are correct. Then you will turn this over so it's now verified, and then somebody can start to build the cure. And when I'm going to build this cure, this is pretty neat, because I have here, for example, I have this green. It has three kind of arrows, which means it can be pointed to 3 different places. But here it's at the bottom. That means I have to place a green at the bottom at the table, and the green is the only thing that can be placed at the table. And adjacent to that is a red, which means that the red is the only thing that can be adjacent to this green. So the next piece here is a green. I cannot put this like this because it's now adjacent, or it's touching the green, which it can't. So I have to place it somehow on top of this red piece to make it not fall, maybe something like that. And then I have to have this purple piece up here. Need to have this purple on top, so maybe I will try to do something like this, for example. Let's say it was a bit harder. Let's say we put this on top here, and this one as well in this row. And I need to have this yellow, but this yellow can't touch the purple, because the purple is only supposed to touch the green. So I have to put it somewhere like that. And I can put this blue on top of here, and that made it all fall down. I had to start over. But basically what you're trying to do is to not make it fall down, be better at building viruses and cures like that. And when you've done that, you will say, check it, it's correct. Somebody checks it and says if it's correct. If it's correct, woohoo! If it's not, you have to do it, of course, again. But if it's correct, you will get some points to use to get different cures. Sorry about that sound of clattering. You will get some of these books, and you will get some of these microscopes. And with those, you can buy these tiles that are upside down. You will buy them and add them to your pool. And this is where you build the actual cure for everything. So you're trying to, it's basically a tile laying game inside of this dexterity co-op game. You are then trying to fill this out in a legal way that makes it work and makes it filled up. And when you have it enclosed, you can say team meeting, and everybody stops, and you have to count how many you have of each. Move it on this track, and there's a different amount you need for each difficult level you're playing with, and when you have reached it, if the timer isn't out, you have won the game. Also, there are of course some special powers, a lot of these in the game. I'm not going to go into detail on those, and they work on different levels, and they also have like a personal lamp, which will give you some ways to also help out with the research. So it's a very thematic game. Like, I usually don't care about theme, but this is a very thematic game, and I love that. And I love the kind of humor in it, because it's kind of like it's a heavy theme if you look at it. Like, it's people trying to kill everybody in the world. So it's kind of heavy theme, but it is lightweight done here, which I really enjoy. And it feels very thematic, even though it's kind of like a wacky thing that you're actually having to build the cures. I like that, and it makes something, it just makes it work. And one thing I really like about this game is that it is a dexterity game which is co-op, because I love this kind of stacking games, but we talked about this before. I'm usually pretty good at stacking games, and other people I play with aren't as good, so they don't like playing these stacking games with me. But when it's co-op, everything changes, because if I am good, it's just good for everyone. And if somebody else isn't good, maybe they can try doing some simpler stuff, or they just try again. And if we lose, we just lose and we try again. So I don't usually like co-op games, but I like dexterity games. So these two mixed together, it actually worked for me. And it's a timed game. Like, there's a lot of stress involved in playing this. If you don't like stress games, don't get this game. But what I really like almost everything here, because it is tight, it goes quick. 15-minute game, you can teach the game in maybe 15 minutes, and you can play it in 15 minutes. So in an hour you can teach it and play it 3 times, which is really, really nice. And you have so much stuff going on, you have so much variety. Just in the prototype I got so many diseases, these aren't all of them. You also have a lot of these mutations, which will make every one of these harder to complete. You have a lot of these player powers, so just a lot of stuff going on. So I really like this one. I think this is one that people will enjoy for a long time, because it's just greatly designed. It has the kind of it's a great way. Like, if you are like me and you like dexterity games, but people around you don't, get this one, because this is a great dexterity game that just involves everyone, and it's just fun. It's wacky, it's quick, it's very, very fun. I've said it enough, but fun is important for me. The thing is, though, like, there is so many games in this category, and this might be one of my favorites of this kind of, okay, the category is real-time co-op dexterity. Not so many games, but do you need more co-op games? I don't, in my life. I don't like co-op games, but I like this. And then you have the other question, like, do you need any more real-time games? And then the answer for that is, do you like real-time games? Then you probably need a one. And this is a very good real-time game. If you don't like real-time games because of the stress, you're not gonna fall in love with real-time games because of this. And so basically, if you see this and you think, I will like this, you will like this. If you see this and you think, I won't like this, try it. You might actually like it. And if you see this and say, I'm gonna hate this because I hate co-op, I hate real-time, I hate dexterity, you're probably not gonna like it. So it's pretty easy to that, because the game is very good. The game is designed very well. So that just comes down to you. If you think it looks interesting, get it. You can link that, as I said, in the description. I really enjoy the game. I am looking forward to play it again, and I hope to get the final copy of the game so we can have it in the collection, because this is also so different, which is an amazing thing. Like, you know, when we play so many different games and we try to keep not all of them, but some games we keep just because they are different, and this is a very different game. This gives me kind of like, the only thing I can like, it feels kind of like Mental Blocks, the game that came out in SN last year from Pandasaurus, but this is very different, because that's kind of more like a puzzle game. I love that. This is more like the frantic, funny version of that, and I love this, and I hope to have the completed version in the collection when it comes out. And that is basically it, because it's a preview, so I'm not going to go into any ratings or anything like that. And go check it out if you're interested. If not, there's many other games to look at and play and have fun with. So that is the end of this preview. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes, and you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye bye.